Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son. Now, when you look at the confusion that goes on in the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American communities, you see clearly what the Bible is talking about. But they are so confused because you got philosophies of men and philosophies of the so-called white man or the devil that the Bible speaks of is blinding the minds of these individuals. So the doctrine of the scriptures can't shine as a bright light to them and give them clear understanding. They're in darkness, where like it's nighttime and they can't see nothing. They haven't reached the perfect day to where they can see clearly what's going on. So they accepting all kind of philosophies, just have nothing to back it up with. They can't prove what they talking about, even though the scriptures tell you to prove all things. Okay, so let me get into the scriptures. That's all I need here. Now my phone won't let me go into my... Okay, here we go. Alright, let's get into the scriptures. First scripture is going to be a good one. Now, when Yahweh Shah, who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ, was on the scene, he told Peter to feed the sheep. And so Peter understood what was going on, and he made it clear. And right in the beginning of his book, he made it very clear what he was talking about. Let's get chapter 2, verse 9. It says, let's get both of these verses right here highlighted. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye shall show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. See, he's calling a generation, a chosen royal nation, out of darkness. Why is this nation in darkness? Verse 10, which in time past were not a people. That's why the nation is in darkness. And that's the context of the darkness that they're in. They don't know who they are. They're not a people. They don't know their identity. See, you ask them their identity or their nationality, they will give you a religion. They would say, I'm a Christian. You didn't ask them about what religion you're a part of. They said, you can ask them what's their nationality. And the people will tell you they are freaking Christian. That's how deep in darkness these individuals are in. But let me finish the verse. Which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of God. See, once you get that marvelous light is going to tell you that you are the people of God. Okay, so let's go to the next verse that's really giving you the understanding. Romans chapter 9. And these three verses, or three precepts, pretty much, or three thoughts, three scriptures, is really giving you the understanding. Romans 9, 25 and 26. Let's highlight them. It said, as he said also in Hosea, and that's in the minor prophets as they call them. It starts with an H and ends with an A, but the names get mixed up in the New Testament. It says, I will call them my people, which were not my people. See? So he's quoting Hosea, and Paul is dealing with the same situation. So this is Apostle Paul. Now the verse above that, he was talking about Jews, and he was talking about the Gentile. And he said not only the Jews. Now the Jews understood who they were. They understood that they was God's people. But the Gentile, they didn't understand who they was. And so let's get verse 26. It says, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said to them, you are not my people, see, you are not God's people, there shall be said, there shall they be called the children of the living God. Now, okay, let's go to this Hosea and see who is he talking about that's going to be called not my people or not a people. Hosea, bingo, chapter 1, and we're going to start at verse 10. Now it says in verse 10, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. So the subject of the verse is the children of Israel. And look at verse 9. Then said God, call his name Naomi, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. So off the rip, it's already talking about a people that's going to be called not my people. Now, verse 10, it says, the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, see, unto them, the children of Israel, is going to be said that ye are not my people. See, that's what the whole situation is about. The children of Israel is going to lose their identity. They're going to completely lose their identity. And it's going to be said in a place. What place is that? Let's get that place while we at it. Let's get that place. What place is it going to be said to them? You are not my people. What kind of mess is that? What place is they talking about? Jeremiah chapter 8, starting at verse 3. It says, and death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them. See? So they was driven into places. That's why he said they were scattered sheep. They was driven into places. Let me get that while I'm in Jeremiah. Okay, now see. They was driven into places. Let's see. skip. Oh, verse 6, Salakia. Jeremiah 50, verse 6, it say, my people have been lost sheep. See, it was lost sheep, and it was driven into places. The Lord drove them into places. Now let's go back to Hosea and go to the second chapter, verse 2. See what that says. Hosea chapter 2. Okay. Now I don't think I was dealing with. Oh, Salakia 23. That's what I had down. Hosea chapter 2, verse 23. It say, I will sow her unto me in the earth, and I will have mercy upon her that had not obtained mercy. That's what Peter was saying. And I will say unto them which were not my people. See, he's still talking about the Israelites. Thou art my people, and they shall say, Thou art my God. So he keep repeating that these Israelites will be in places where they're not called Israelites. Okay, so let's go to chapter 3. It's going to let you know who he talking about. Then said the Lord unto me, Go yet, love a woman beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress, according to the love of the Lord towards the children of Israel, who look to other gods and love flagons of wine. So see, the context is always the children of Israel. Then in verse 5, he lets you know, afterwards shall the children of Israel return. And then it say in the latter days, they're gonna return in the latter days from those places where it was said that they are not a people. See, Hosea 2:23, I will say to them which were not my people. See, if you just hear that, you won't think, oh, he's not talking about his people, that the Israelites. He talking about somebody that ain't his. No, he's saying that the Israelites was going to lose their identity in places where he drove them. See, they were scattered. Now let's get is it Jeremiah? Let me check this Jeremiah real quick. Okay, no, wasn't that. Wasn't that. Let's get oh, Zechariah. I like that Zechariah. That Zechariah really hit hard. It says, I will hiss for them and gather them, for I have redeemed them, and they shall increase as they have increased. Okay? And here it is, verse 9. And I will sow them among the people, and they shall remember me in far countries, and they shall live with their children and turn again. What were they going to turn again to? Turn again to being who they are. Well, see, and that's what the turn again and the remember. They going to remember in faraway countries. They're not going to be in the land of Israel and their homeland. They're going to be in lands of captivity. See, let me get that Ezekiel. Ezekiel 28:15. No, what is it? Jeremiah. Ezekiel 38:15. Okay. No, not Ezekiel 38. Let me try 28 one more time. Might be a different verse. Okay, I think I know where it is. Salakia, Ezekiel. Alright. Nope. But anyhow, let's get Deuteronomy 32. We're gonna finish this up. Deuteronomy 32 and 7. It says, "Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee." What are they gonna tell thee? That God divided the nation, and he set the boundaries around the children of Israel. And the children of Israel was God's inheritance and his people. Okay, then when you get down to verse 21, it says, "They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They provoke me to anger with their vanities, and I move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I provoke them to anger with a foolish nation." See, this foolish nation is the disobedient children that was banished, the disobedient Israelites that was banished. See, this is a prophecy about them being banished, and when they got banished, they lost their identity over the matter of decades and centuries. You know, they get banished out of their homeland, and they in somebody else's land for 200 years, 300 years. The children not gonna remember where they came from. Now, let's see here. Let me get John 7:35. For some reason, that's a major verse that keeps coming up. It says, "Then said the Jews among themselves, Whither will he go? Will we?" Okay, let me start over. "Then said the Jews among themselves, Whither will he go? That we shall not find him. Will he go into the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles?" So the dispersed, it's only one dispersion. That's the scattering of the children of Israel. And here that he called them Gentiles. So when Paul said there's no, not the Jews only, but the Gentiles also, he's talking about the dispersed. Then when you look at James 1:1, it lets you know. It said, "James, a servant of God, and of the 12, and of a servant of God, and of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad." That's the dispersed. And when they were dispersed, they lost their identity. See, and 2/3 of them going to stay having a lost identity, because they're going to choose death, like Jeremiah 8:3 said. In the places that they was driven, they're going to choose death. They're going to choose those identities that they was given, those false identities. Let's go back to the picture. See, they gonna choose the religions and the false identities that the religion gave them. And we know where that come from. Let me go back to the scriptures because this is where it all comes from. Let's see here. 2nd chapter, 8th verse. Said, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy or vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, not after the Hamashiach, the chosen, anointed Yahushua. See, they're not going after the doctrine of Yahushua. They listening to these Edomites, the so-called white men. See, that's what they listening to, because he is the one that got them in captivity. So they listening to him. Those dispersed and those who don't understand that they are Israelites. Let me get Malachi. Because the prophecies tells you what was going to happen before the end of the world. He said, verse 5, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. So right before this dreadful day of the Lord, this is what the Israelites this is what was going to happen to them. Verse 6, he shall turn the hearts of the mind of the fathers up to the children, and the hearts and minds of the children to their fathers. See, now you're going to learn who you are. You're going to learn your identity. You're going to learn your identity before the end of the world. You're going to hear about your identity before the end of the world. The prophets is going to be there telling you that your father is Israel. Your father is Jacob. You're going to be hearing that before he come with his dreadful day, his great and dreadful day. And so that's what the whole situation is all about. But that's that not a people. The not a people was the children of Israel in the places of their captivity. It will be said to them, they are not a people. Let me get this Kings 8 and 48 real quick, because it spells it out very easy. Verse 48, it says, and so return unto thee with all your heart and all your soul in the land of their enemies. See, that's the places which led them away captive. See, this is the places. And we get to the point, let's see here. Let me go jump back up to 47. Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whether they were carried captive. Okay, that bethink themselves is they remember who they were. See, they don't remember who they were. They don't bethink, who am I? Who am I? Because when they got here on the slave ship, they sold them into many different places, and they lost the history. They couldn't read the Bible or read and write and do any of that. And so they lost their identity. And so now they're gaining it back because he sent the prophets to tell them who they were, who their fathers were. And the main father is Jacob. But I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.